Hey guys, CapnKlutch here, and this is the first video in the beginner series for anyone who's trying to learn about motorcycles, thinking about getting a motorcycle, just want to learn a little bit more. So in this video, I'm going to talk about just different things to get to know around the bike so that you're familiar with the motorcycle when you're ready to get yours, when you're ready to hop on yours, you know where everything is. This is how I learned through YouTube before I got my motorcycle. And just through trial and error, but hopefully I'll save you guys from the error. So today we're going to be looking at my sports bike, the 2014 Ninja 300, and I'm going to walk you around just some things to know about the bike. So here I just found myself a nice little area so I can record nice and quietly. And let's start with the basics. So I guess here we have the ignition. So it's usually right here somewhere, you know, on your bike. So that's the ignition. So you turn it this way, you turn it to the right, and you get on, and you can sometimes lock it. So you have to get the wheel in a specific position, and you can lock the wheel. So now I can't turn the wheel. That doesn't, you know, really save your bike, but it helps, I guess. So that's that. You want to take a look at this here. This is the ignition kill switch. This, when it's pressed here down on the on position, that's on. And when it's up here, it's off, which means the bike won't start. So I might be able to get the electronics on, but I can't actually start the bike. And I'll show you how to start a motorcycle in a second. So you want to make sure you have that on, and you want to make sure you turn this into the on position if you're ready to turn on the bike. Now you're not ready to turn on the bike because you have to get to know where everything else is. So let's go ahead and turn this off for now. Okay, so in a car you usually have a gas pedal and a brake. Some cars have a clutch. So motorcycles mostly are going to be, you know, manual. So you're going to have a clutch, and your clutch is right here. Okay, it's on the left-hand side of, oops, sorry guys. It's on the left-hand side of the bike, okay, on the left-hand handlebar. So that's where your clutch is, and on the right hand, you might be thinking, what is this? This is your front brake, okay? So I'll go over where the back brake is in just a second, but this is your front brake, okay? So we have here, let me just turn this a little bit and go through everything pretty much. So these are your lights. So this right now is just on. There's no off on most motorcycles. So it's on right now, and you have a high beam right here, okay? So you can just put on the high beam. You know, your motorcycle may vary. I know on my Kawasaki, just one of them is the regular light, and then the other one is the high beam. So, you know, some motorcycles, both of them come on, and they do have a high beam, just like a car, but it just depends. So that's your regular light, that's your high beam. These are your turn signals, so right, you know, to go right, and it doesn't auto cancel, so you have to press it to cancel it yourself, and left to go left, and you have to cancel it right here. Okay, this is the horn right here, so just show you. Okay, so that's the horn. And on my bike, I have a passing trigger right here. So this is basically, it just flashes the high beam. It's not a button, so it doesn't stay on. You just press and hold it to keep the you know, the high beam on. So if you want to pass somebody, you just give them a little flash, okay? Or if you want to warn them that there's a cop up ahead, you know, be sure to do that too, because people really do appreciate that. I know I appreciate it when people do it. Okay, so we went over the kill switch right here. So this is on, so the bike will turn on. This is off, the bike will not fire up, okay? And this right here is the on, okay? So I'll show you how to use that. That's basically how you turn it on. You know, on a car, you would turn this, and then you turn it some more, and it'll start it up. On a bike, you have a button for that, okay? There's left brake, and this is your gas, okay? So that's your throttle. So let's go ahead and just go around the bike still. I know you're probably eager to start the bike. So on the right-hand side, you have your foot peg right there, okay? And then you have here is your back brake. So this is your back brake. This is your front brake. So your braking happens all on the right-hand side, okay? So back brake, front brake, okay? And here's a peg for the rear passenger. That's the exhaust. Depending on where your exhaust is, you want to know because you don't want to burn yourself, okay? These get very, very hot. I'm not going to touch it now because my bike was just on, okay? So if we move on back here, this is where your, you know, your tail lights would be, okay? Depending on your bike, you know, you'd have, you know, your tail light, whether hanging down here like I used to. Just every bike is different, but your tail light and turn signals are here. My turn signals are actually integrated in here. So this is the brake and turn signals. So that's where mine is. This is where your license plate goes, right here. And yeah, that's pretty much it on the back of the bike. You have your back wheel. Okay, you want to make sure your wheels are always inflated correctly. Take it to your local motorcycle shop and just get it filled up every few weeks. That's exactly what I do. If you don't have the tools at home, like me. So this is another, you know, passenger peg right there. This is the rear seat for the passenger. And every motorcycle is different where the trunk would be. On mine, it's in here. It's very, very small. You just lift this up and it's like really, really small, okay? You can barely fit a wallet in there comfortably. Okay, on to the left-hand side now. We have the shifter right here, okay? So this right here is your shifter, down to go down in gears, up to go up in gears. So, yeah, I mean, you'll get a hang of this when we get on the bike and I explain how to shift and everything. You have your first gear, which is all the way at the bottom. Then you have your second gear, third, fourth, fifth, and sometimes sixth. Like me, I have sixth. Now, between your first and second gear is neutral. So you have to remember that. When you're in neutral and you want to move, you most likely are going to have to kick it down to 1. Okay, and you're going to get the feel of it, of where your neutral is. Like, for example, in the beginning, I could never find neutral, and now I can find neutral from anywhere, pretty much. Okay? So, let's see here. What else is on the left-hand side? We went over the clutch. You're going to be using this with the shifter right here when you shift. And, yeah, that's it. So that's getting to know your motorcycle. 101, you have your front, you know, your front tire, your headlights, and yeah. So I'll go over everything else in the next video, where you turn on the bike, where you hop on, and where are you supposed to put your body parts, okay? So we'll go over that in the next video. Thanks for watching. Please like the video to support me. Comment, because I love the user engagement. And subscribe, because there's more future videos coming. There will be more GoPros on this thing rigged up. I'm going to be reviewing the exhaust, which is amazing. That's going to be one of the best reviews ever. And just be prepared. All right, guys. See you in the next one.